The name of the show is The Mia PEREZ Show. What is The Mia PEREZ Show about? The Mia PEREZ Show is a show that helps people transform. I know my goal from the beginning was to help people that as I shared my story and as I allowed them to see how I was growing, that I could also help them grow in those areas. I didn't see any shows out there like this when I needed something to refer to at times in my life, and I felt, why not create something of my own to help people maybe in those moments where I found myself. The idea of the show in itself, I think I always wanted to do something it's always been in my heart to do things for other people or to want to help inspire in some way. But I think it really took effect in the past year, 2015, after I think really processing a lot of milestones that I was hitting in my life and bumps in the road. And I thought that this was something of a message that I could carry to the world. The Mia PEREZ Show happened in a conversation that I had with the director of the show, and it was more of a personal story that I shared. A lot of people knew, well, actually not a lot of people, some people knew about my struggles. A lot of people know of the things that I've kind of went through to try to get into the industry and things of that, but the real story behind my struggles, not many people knew, and I don't think I felt very comfortable in opening up such raw and personal things that I think a lot of people maybe can't handle. So I shared it with all vulnerability, I guess I could say, and in a way shameful. I think I felt a little bit ashamed of the situation I was still currently in, and it was actually received opposite of what I thought. And in that moment my eyes were open more to, it was more than a struggle for me. It was more than about that struggle and about these things I was going through, that maybe there could be a purpose behind that. And he offered to help me tell my story and create a message out of my mess, I guess you could say. It actually unfolded pretty quickly. I think the director is more of a we think about it, we set a goal, set a date, and then get to work. Where I think I'm more of I analyze it more, and I just kind of sit there in that analyzation stage, and that helped me, I guess, in a sense, because it pushed me. So next thing I know, we're starting to film, and as far as pre-production, there wasn't really much time for pre-production. We really talked about it, and next thing you know, we're filming, and it was very tiring. It was a lot of back-to-back, and a lot of work. I've done pre-production before. I've done other projects, but usually you have other people incorporating, helping to make that happen. And this one was such a personal message for me, and I think for the director, that we couldn't really take it. We didn't really feel like we need to incorporate any other people. We're just going to get it done ourselves. And actually we did, in between him and I, and it just got done. It was me more in front of the camera, but him doing everything else, and it happened very fast and very efficiently. And I think I'm very happy with the end product. I know he is too, and I think the audience will too. I think they'll be receptive to a message that's that's true, that's very heartfelt, very personal and genuine, and we didn't need to do all the Hollywood effects to it or what you would expect of a high-end production. It was something done with the heart and with the best of our ability and creativity. I think if I can look back and explain if they were hard or if some topics were hard or they were easy, I think they were a little bit of both. I think some were easy because I can relate. At some point in each episode, I related to them. I talked to them because I've been there at some point, and either I struggled or overcame, or I'm going through it. So I think when you've already been in that process, it's easy in that sense. But at the same time, it can be difficult. It can be difficult to have to tap into certain moments in your life that you have to reflect back, and you have to dive into that memory bank of what it was really that you thought at the time, how your mindset was, how you were feeling, because I felt, I took it as a responsibility in myself that I needed to make sure that the person on the other side of this video knows that I'm connecting with them. It's not something I read out of a book or that I saw videos on. They need to know that if they're struggling with something, I felt it, I've been there. And for that, I had to be raw and honest and open, to be vulnerable. And I know at some points, there was times that maybe I had to take a few minutes, to myself, and a little bit of emotional breakdowns, I guess I could say, because some things are still pretty fresh. But that's what I did promise. I promised that I would take the audience who wanted to come with us on this journey, that I would be open and honest with them so that we can heal and grow together. So I thought it would be fair, and that's the only way that this show would be real and would be different than anything else that's out there. How did I manage to stay focused on the topics and what the director wanted out of me in such a short time? I think it was the collaboration was very set from the beginning, what the expectation was. I don't think out of each other, but I think out of what the purpose was for the project. And so when we covered a topic, we discussed it beforehand, and we discussed what is it that I wanted to share about something personal about me, if it even went, because sometimes we can kind of get caught up in sharing more about ourselves, and this isn't about me, this is about us. But I have to inject a little bit of me in there. But he helped me to stay focused in that sense, because he has that background already. Being a doctor himself, having treated people a lot with, emotional healing, it was a collaboration, and it worked well in the sense because there was a balance there. I can share some of myself, but then there's, the professional opinion, where it was not only a good balance, but I think it was a good complement. Because here I am sharing a personal story to this, and then we have that professional opinion of what not only they know or they've studied, but they themselves have been through so many people that they've seen go through these. It's not just me sharing my story now. So in that sense, we were able to stay focused on the topic, and to keep that purpose always in mind, which was not just the topic we're covering, but who's receiving this message? Who is it that we want to receive this, and what do we really want to say? Because at the end of the day, this is our purpose, this is our mission. After finishing season 1, I felt very accomplished. I felt a lot of joy. I think there was a lot of excitement, realizing that it was done, like the purpose was actually accomplished. and that it was done so efficiently, and the quality of the creativity of what we wanted, it was there. Like, it was actually done. How have I changed and how have I grown after season 1? I've changed in many ways. Like I said, like I told the audience, and how I said in the beginning of the season, that I was asking you to come on a journey with me of the personal growth and healing, and that's what it helped me do during that time. I am transforming with the audience as well, and I felt my growth. I reflect now, and I see how much more I believe in myself. I didn't take on this show already feeling like, wow, look at who I am now. Now I want to tell the people to look at everything I did. I actually wanted them to come on the journey with me, and I feel like I've seen that growth in myself. I do love myself. I know who I am. I know my purpose, and that in itself has helped me now going into season 2, because I think season 2 I'm going to cover topics that are a little bit deeper, because I feel like now I can be a little bit more vulnerable. So I'm going to share a little bit more about myself in that. But that in itself has given me, I think, more confidence that who I am and what I have to say and the message I have to carry, I think that it can inspire other people. And the show itself inspires me to want to be a better person, to be a better me every day, every season, however many seasons we can make this out to be. Being a week and a half away from launching season 1, I'm really excited. I'm very excited. I think that in a sense it's that anticipation of getting it out there. And before, I think I used to think, like, what are people going to think? What are they going to say? Because it's something different than what they've seen me as. But at the same time, I'm really excited about it, because this is my true purpose. This is my calling. And accomplishing that and showing the world and waiting to see what they say. Not that it's going to hurt my feelings if somebody doesn't like it. This message is to whoever wants to receive it. And that's what excites me, that I think there's a lot of people out there that will appreciate the topics and the messages that we want to share. I want to let the viewers know that what they can expect from the Mia PEREZ show is a show that's different in the sense that I want there to be openness. I'm volunteering myself to be open to, as we cover all these topics and we share, I want there to be an exchange between us. That's one of the things that I want when I open up when I have the I Am Mia PEREZ page and the Facebook page, and they can send me messages, private messages or emails. I want there to be an engagement, because this is something reciprocal. I want to receive from them as well their questions or comments in any way, if this is helping them or what they suggest. Because in the end, this is a show for us. This isn't for me to just see myself on TV. I could go act, I could go do whatever. This is a show that we are going to help each other. And that's what you can expect. You can expect an exchange between us, and we can all help each other. I want this to be a community of personal growth, of progression, of us trying to evolve and just become better people. My goal with the Mia PEREZ show is, of course, it's going to be on the YouTube channel. We're going to share this on Facebook, and this is just a stepping stone for me. I do have a plan for later this year to write a book about sharing my story, but also speaking engagements. I want to go and personally share, and I've already done my first one. It was at a school, and it was a very good experience, and that's what I look forward to. I look forward to also sharing with you in person and getting to meet a lot of the audience, a lot of the people that want a show like this. To all of you that are out there watching, I want to thank you all for your support. Those of you who have followed me on my journey for the past 4 years and every project I've been involved in, and in acting or whatnot, I want to thank you for your support, and I want to thank you for now coming into this project with me. And those that are new, that are joining me, I want to also ask that you share with us, because again, this is about growth, and I don't want to preach to anybody, but at the same time, this is a personal story that I'm sharing with you guys of my life. So I have to give God the credit and all the glory, because I have come this far because of Him. And as you know a little bit of my story, you'll see that it takes a lot to be at this point, and it didn't happen on my own, and with the director's help and people that have pushed me along. But having faith in yourself, having faith in God, believing, loving, knowing yourself. This is what the show's about, and this is what I want to share with you.